Okay, everyone, welcome back to our main section. Hopefully, the discussions in the breakout room went smoothly and were helpful. We hope you all gain a lot of new insight. Thank you for your active participation to discussion. Okay, now it's time for a break. We will continue again at 2 p.m. Indonesia time. Enjoy your break. Have a nice day, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Tepat hari ini, 17 Agustus 2019, sejarah penting akan mengalir di negara kita. Mari kita tunjukkan betapa indahnya negeri ini.
Kita terlahir di tanah terindah, berlari mengejar matahari ke arah yang sama. Dan jika kau mempertanyakan arahmu tentang apa yang harus kau cari di tengah bumi, keluarlah kau dari rumahmu, lihatlah dunia menunggu langkahmu. Keluarlah kau dari batasmu, sadarkah kau kita hidup di bagian bumi terindah. Sumpah Pemuda. Kami, putra dan putri Indonesia, mengaku bertumpah darah yang satu, tanah air Indonesia. Kami, putra dan putri Indonesia, mengaku berbangsa yang satu, bangsa Indonesia. Kami, putra dan putri Indonesia, mengaku berbahasa yang satu, bahasa Indonesia. Kita di bagian bumi yang terindah. Kita di bagian bumi yang terindah.
father no longer exists in this world. I thought all the dreams of making him happy had gone. But I was wrong, because I realized that I still can make him proud in different ways, with my own way.
The sun is rising. Take a look at the reason. Can I say it's shining bright? The light is warm you up right to your skin. Can I stop complaining? You don't need to cry. You are not the only one who faced the life with your scream.
It doesn't matter when you lost a cold day, you will find a way to make it your way. Even if the skies get dark and gray, you can get it our way. It doesn't matter when you're talking all day, they ain't even better than so stay. We can fight together, don't give up, we make it time to wake up. No more tears drop on the floor, get rid of sorrow. We'll go on the world and great tomorrow. Wake up, no more tears drop on the floor, get rid of sorrow. We'll go on the world and great tomorrow.
Mountains, breaking walls up walking. We can clear the Can I stop complaining? No, you don't need to cry. You are not the only one who faced the life with your scream.
It doesn't matter when you lost a cold day, you will find a way to make it your way. Even if the skies get dark and gray, you won't get in our way. It doesn't matter when you're talking all day, they ain't even better than the soul stay. We can fight together, don't give up, don't make it time to wake up. No more tears drop on the floor, get rid of sorrow. We'll go on the world and great tomorrow. Wake up, no more tears drop on the floor, get rid of sorrow. We'll go on the world and great tomorrow.
Life is about dreaming. Living without a dream is a mistake. It is not easy to reach a star far from the eye, but reality keeps us away from our expectations. Success is a choice. Everyone has equal opportunity. The problem, what is your choice? Go ask yourself. My father no longer exists in this world. I thought all the dreams of making him happy had gone. But I was wrong, because I realized that I still can make him proud in different ways, with my own way.
The sun is rising. Take a look at the reason. Can I say it's shining bright?
light is warm you, I'll cry to your skin. Can I stop complaining? You don't need to cry. You are not the only one who faced the life with your scream. It doesn't matter when you lost a cold day, you will find a way to make it your way. Even if the skies get dark and gray, you won't get it our way. It doesn't matter when you're talking all day, ain't even better than so stay. We can fight together, don't give up and make it time to wake up. No more tears drop on the floor, get rid of sorrow. We'll go run the world and great tomorrow. Wake up, no more tears drop on the floor, get rid of sorrow. We'll go run the world and great tomorrow. The walls are blocking, we can clear the can't stop complaining, but you don't need to cry. You are not the only one who faced the life with your scream. It doesn't matter when it lasts a cold day, you will find a way to make it your way. Even if the skies get dark and gray, you won't get in our way. It doesn't matter when you're talking all day, they ain't even better than the soul stay. We can fight together, don't give up and make it time to wake up. No more tears drop on the floor, get rid of sorrow. We'll go run the world and great tomorrow. Wake up, no more tears drop on the floor, get rid of sorrow. We'll go run the world and great tomorrow.
Life is about dreaming. Living without a dream is a mistake. It is not easy to reach a stop far from the eye, but reality keeps us away from our expectations. Success is a choice. Everyone has equal opportunity. The problem is, what is your choice? Go ask yourself. When my father no longer exists in this world, I thought all the dreams of making him happy had gone. But I was wrong, because I realized that I still can make him proud in different ways, with my own way.
The sun is rising, take a look at the reason. Can I see it shining bright, the light is warm you, I'll bright to your skin. Can I stop complaining? You don't need to cry. You are not the only one who faced the life with your scream. It doesn't matter when you lost a cold day, you will find a way to make it your way. Even if the skies get dark and gray, you can get it our way. It doesn't matter when you're talking all day, they ain't even better than soul stay. We can fight together, don't give up and make make it time to wake up. No more teardrop on the floor, get rid of sorrow. We'll go run the world and wait tomorrow. Wake up. No more teardrop on the floor, get rid of sorrow. We'll go run the world and wait tomorrow.
Walls are blocking. We can clear the can't stop complaining, but you don't need to cry. You are not the only one who faced the life with your scream.
It doesn't matter when you lost a call day, you'll find a way to make it your way. Even if the skies get dark and gray, you won't get in our way. It doesn't matter when you're talking all day, they're even better than the soul stay. We can fight together, don't give up, but make it time to wake up. No more teardrop on the floor, get rid of sorrow. We'll go run the world and wait tomorrow. Wake up. No more teardrop on the floor, get rid of sorrow. We'll go run the world and wait tomorrow.
Life is about dreaming. Living without a dream is a mistake. It is not easy to reach a stop far from the eye, but reality keeps us away from our expectations. Success is a choice. Everyone has equal opportunity. The problem is, what is your choice? Go ask yourself. When my father no longer exists in this world, I thought all the dreams of making him happy had gone. But I was wrong, because I realized that I still can make him proud in different ways, with my own way.
The sun is rising. Take a look at the reason. Can I say it's shining bright? Light is warm you up right to your skin. Can I stop complaining? You don't need to cry. You are not the only one who faced the life with your scream.
It doesn't matter when you lost a car day, you will find a way to make it your way. Even if the skies get dark and gray, you won't get in our way. It doesn't matter when you're talking all day, they ain't even better than the soul stay. We can fight together, don't give up, and make it time to wake up. No more teardrop on the floor, get rid of sorrow. We'll go run the world and wait tomorrow. Wake up. No more teardrop on the floor, get rid of sorrow. We'll go run the world and wait tomorrow.
stop complaining, but you don't need to cry. You are not the only one who faced the life with your screen.
It doesn't matter when it was a cold day, you will find a way to make it your way. Even if the skies get dark and gray, you won't get in our way. It doesn't matter when they're talking all day, they ain't even better than the soul stay. We can fight together, don't give up, don't make it time to wake up. No more tears drop on the floor, get rid of sorrow. We'll run the world and wait tomorrow. Wake up, no more tears drop on the floor, get rid of sorrow. We'll run the world and wait tomorrow.
Life is about dreaming. Living without a dream is a mistake. It is not easy to reach a star far from the eye, but reality keeps us away from our expectations. Success is a choice. Everyone has equal opportunity. Problem is, what is your choice? Go ask yourself.
When I thought I no longer exist in this world, I thought all the dreams of making him happy had gone. But I was wrong, because I realized that I still can make him proud in different ways, with my own way.
The sun is rising, take a look at it rising. Can I see it shining bright, the light is warm you, all bright to your skin. Can I stop complaining, you don't need to cry. You are not the only one who faced the life with your screen.
It doesn't matter when you lost a cold day, you will find a way to make it your way. Even if the skies get dark and gray, you can get it our way. It doesn't matter when they're talking all day, they ain't even better than soul stay. We can fight together, don't give up, we'll make it time to wake up. No more tears drop on the floor, get rid of sorrow. We'll go run the world and wait tomorrow. Wake up, no more tears drop on the floor, get rid of sorrow. We'll go run the world and wait tomorrow.
Mountains, break the walls, stop walking. We can clear the Can I stop complaining, but you don't need to cry. You are not the only one who faced the life with your screen.
It doesn't matter when it was a cold day, you will find a way to make it your way. Even if the skies get dark and gray, you won't get in our way. It doesn't matter when they're talking all day, they ain't even better than the soul stay. We can fight together, don't give up, don't make it time to wake up. No more tears drop on the floor, get freedom, sorrow will go. Run the world and wait tomorrow. Wake up, no more tears drop on the floor. Get freedom, sorrow will go. Run the world and wait tomorrow.
Life is about dreaming. Living without a dream is a mistake. It is not easy to reach a star far from the eye, but reality keeps us away from our expectations. Success is a choice. Everyone has equal opportunity. Problem is, what is your choice? Go ask yourself.
When I thought I would no longer exist in this world, I thought all the dreams of making him happy had gone. But I was wrong, because I realized that I still can make him proud in different ways, with my own way.
The sun is rising. Take a look at the reason. Can I say it's shining bright? The light is warm you. I'll bright to your skin. Can I stop complaining? You don't need to cry. You are not the only one who faced the life with your scream. It doesn't matter when you lost a car day. You will find a way to make it your way. Even if the skies get dark and gray, you can get it that way. It doesn't matter when you're talking all day. They ain't even better than so stay. We can fight together, don't give up and make it sound and wake up. No more tears drop on the floor. Get rid of sorrow. We'll go run the world and wait tomorrow. Wake up. No more tears drop on the floor. Get rid of sorrow. We'll go run the world and wait tomorrow. Mountains, break walls up blocking. We can clear the Can't stop complaining. No, you don't need to cry. You are not the only one who faced the life with your scream. It doesn't matter when you lost a car day. You'll find a way to make it your way. Even if the skies get dark and gray, you won't get in our way. It doesn't matter when you're talking all day. They ain't even better than the soul stay. We can fight together, don't give up and make it time to wake up. No more tears drop on the floor. Get rid of sorrow. We'll go run the world and wait tomorrow. Wake up. No more tears drop on the floor. Get rid of sorrow. We'll go run the world and wait tomorrow.
Life is about dreaming.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a pleasant break. My name is Aulia Natasha, and I will accompany you to our afternoon session. And I hope everyone is excited to continue to our next session for today with another amazing moderator and speaker. First, I would like to take a moment to introduce our moderator for this session by reading moderator's curriculum vitae. His name is Dr. Tuku Ilham Surya Akbar, Master of Biomed. He graduated from his educational backgrounds are Bachelor of Medicine from Kuala University and Medical Doctor graduated from Kuala University and also Master of Biomedical graduated from University of Indonesia. He currently working as consultant and also lecturer at Malikussaleh University. Now, to guide our next session, I would like to invite Dr. Tuku Ilham. The time is yours.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before we beginning our seminar, maybe I would like to ask, is it our speaker, Dr. Sama, have attended our conference?
I cannot talk. Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Assalamualaikum. Yes.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, Dr. Sama, before we beginning, maybe you can try your presentation first. Is it connected? Okay. Okay.
You can see my slide.
Yeah, I can see your slide. And then maybe you can make a full screen. Okay.
I just want to make sure that I can transition slides.
Yeah, we can see your slide and your slide is moved. There is a video in your slide?
I sent the video to our colleague, so maybe she can share it from her end at the end of my presentation.
Oh, okay. Okay, Dr. Salma. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan, Dr. Salma. Kaifa haluk? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dr. Ilham. Today I will be moderating the Malikussaleh International Conference on Psychology and Multidisciplinary Behavior Studies. Our speaker today, Dr. Samah Jabir from the Palestine. Before she began her presentation, please allow me to read her CV first. Dr. Samah, she is a psychiatric practice in the public and private sector in Palestine. She also head of the mental health unit in the Palestine. She is also lectures in University of Palestine and she affiliated with George Washington University in Division of Global Mental Health. Okay, next we invite Dr. Samah Jabir to present his presentation. by Tito, a pillar of psychological struggle in occupied Palestine. Before Dr. Sama will present his presentation, I would like to remind you, Dr. Sama, we have 45 minutes, 30 minutes for your presentation, and 15 minutes for Q&A. I will remember you later. Okay, Dr. Sama. Okay, Dr.
Thank
Sama,
you.
stage is yours.
Thank you very much. That's generous. I'm happy to be with you today. I hope you can see my slides. You can see my slides? Not yet.
Not yet, not yet.
All right, let me try again. Share screen. Now you can see my slides.
Not yet, maybe the second. Okay.
You see
I
them?
have seen, yeah, I have seen your slide.
Great. Thank you very much, colleagues, for shedding a light on Palestine in this very dark time. Thank you for making time in your conference to understand what's going on in Palestine from our lens as mental health professionals and psychologists. Let me, at the beginning, before we talk about how Islam influences the Palestinian resilience and sumud positively, let me explain the reality on the ground and the politics that is bringing all this tragedy upon Palestinians. We see this famous map. This is the land of historical Palestine, and Palestinians are the indigenous people of this land. Over a century, the land of Palestine has been taken from us. And now, at the end of the map here, you can see that Palestinians are living in fragmented geography in the West Bank and Gaza Strip. So we are talking about 1 century of occupation, which was started by the British Mandate, and a year of genocide that we commemorized a few days ago. I come from Jerusalem, and this is the map. In the map here, we see Gaza Strip and the West Bank. The bean shape, this is the West Bank, but it is fragmented geography. 60% of the land of the West Bank is controlled by Israelis, and Gaza Strip is now under severe military attack that resulted in killing or injuring or the disappearance of 6% of the population over 1 year. The population of Gaza was 2.4 millions last year, and over 23-24, last year, over 1 year, we know for sure that 41,000 people were killed and 10,000 disappeared. But the estimates by esteemed researchers from the Lancet, well, they published a paper in the Lancet saying for each known person who was directly killed, the estimation that 4 more people died due to the dire situation, the public health predicament, and to the lack of resources and infectious diseases, and the fact that people with chronic diseases did not take their medications. So the estimated death is much bigger than the actual numbers that we are dealing with. In the West Bank also, there is a reality of military violence that is less prominent, and we talk about it less now because it is outshined by what's happening in Gaza. I will share with you images from everyday life that they come not from last year, but this is daily life in Palestine. This is how Palestinians go through checkpoints. They want to go to areas controlled by Israelis. And you can see the density of the people at the checkpoint. And you can imagine how much this takes from your well-being and from your lifetime when you have to vice versa. This is another common image from Palestine, the political detention of minors. This is very frequent. In general, our statistics reveal that 20% of the Palestinian population experienced political detention. The vast majority of these people are males. So you can imagine that around 38% of the male population experienced political detention, where torture is commonplace, and usually political detention starts when you are a minor. And the Israeli laws have been changed to render a 12-year-old child accountable in front of Israeli court. So if a 12-year-old boy throws a stone, they might spend years in prison. So just imagine how brutal is the occupation and the heavy weight it can have on the psychology of people. And of course, torture is commonplace in prison, and it is an incubator for mental health disorder. I work with many people who pass time in prison. I do the Istanbul Protocol for the documentation of torture and ill treatment, and it is a big source for psychological pathology. Another common image in Palestine is home demolition and displacement, which everyone in Gaza now is displaced. But this is a repetitive experience across Palestinian history that brings a lot of misery on people. And when you look at an image like that, you think that it is like an earthquake, but it's a man-made tragedy. And when it is man-made, the psychological impact is much bigger. This is made deliberately to break your belief system. It's made deliberately to bring the nation to its knees. Genocidal acts in Gaza. The Gaza population was at a big disadvantage with a very high rate of unemployment, poverty, and 80% of people had 60% of people had food insecurity. So you can imagine how this affects the development and the growth of it. But over last year, it became unimaginable. You know, the Israeli military is killing Palestinians in Gaza with three main methods. Bombardment, massive bombardment that destroyed almost 80% of the constructions in Gaza. Second, targeting the health system, targeting ambulances. 1,000 of the medical staff, of the health staff, were 400 arrested and tortured. There are only 4 out of 36 hospitals that are working. And most of the medical constructions, community mental health centers and community centers and primary health care were destroyed. Targeting the health system is made deliberately to inflict the utmost pain and death on the Palestinian population. This is the image of starvation in Gaza. From the beginning of the events in October 23, Israel imposed a cut of fuel, electricity, food, water on the population of Gaza. And with some international pressure, little food can get inside, but you can see how people compete to get a sack of flour. And it's impressive. In the picture, we cannot see any child, we cannot see any woman, which means that it's the survival of the fittest. So if you are less fit, if you cannot compete in this, people die when they go after a sack of flour in these conditions. People were drowning in the sea, parachutes of food fell on the heads of people and they died, and also they died from starvation. So very dire situation, and mass arrest, collective punishment, humiliation, sexual harassment is commonplace also. And if you want to read more, this is a paper that shows that humiliation is the trauma, the most common traumatic experience of the Palestinian population. So we have a very challenging situation in mental health in Palestine. It is reported that Palestine has the highest burden of disease in the Mediterranean region. In 2019, before COVID, before the genocidal acts, there were indicators that the psychological, there is a psychological burden is very high and there is a need for mental health services. With the fragmented geography, we can understand that services are fragmented as well. We have shortage in mental health personnel, and usually NGOs who support mental health, they emphasize the biomedical model that can pathologize individuals easily and ignores the culture, the spirituality of the people, the collective aspect of our struggle, and they emphasize depoliticizing the discourse about mental health when the root cause of the mental health suffering is political. So those are the challenges. So some researches done by the World Bank, for example, concluded that 70% of the population in Gaza, that was before the genocidal acts, had depression. And I question that, I criticize that, because you cannot use the individual measurement unit to measure the collective suffering of people. Everyone suffers. There is a social agony. This does not equate to psychopathology, clinical depression. So we need to differentiate. And the response is not medicalizing these people. I wrote a paper in The Lancet in November 23, 1 month after the genocidal acts, explaining how the mental health system, which was modest but functional in Gaza. I used to go to Gaza frequently to build the mental health system there. It was targeted and crushed immediately. And we had 40,000 patients who suffer from severe mental health disorders, schizophrenia, bipolar, that depended on our system. They used to come regularly to take our medications. These people, they were left away from their doctors without any medication. My colleague, Dr. Abdullah Jamal, the head of the psychiatric hospital, he describes how the psychiatric hospital was shut from the first month and how he was obliged to go and get from under the rubble some medication, some boxes of medication to give to those scattered and abandoned psychiatric patients. In addition to that, the genocidal acts have created new population of people who suffer. Everything was damaged in the health system there. Before the attack, our staff were trained on implementing the image gap, integrating mental health in primary health care, integrating mental health in the school system. So it was a good example of mental health services in spite of all the atrocities, but now everything is crushed. During COVID time, we built a functional teletherapy system, but because there is cut of electricity and internet, so we cannot rely on that. We can barely communicate with our colleagues there. Our colleagues themselves are affected. Most of them, all of them are displaced, internally displaced, and several of them died, several of them lost family members, their children are amputees. So we need to help the helpers to start with in Gaza. They talk often about post-traumatic stress disorder in Palestine, PTSD, and I've been objecting to this misnomer. I think it is misfitting the Palestinian experience. In Palestine, there is no P. We're never in the post phase. Trauma is continuous, it's colonial, it's cumulative, it's complex, and it is cross-generational. It started with the British mandate with the Balfour Declaration that promised the land of Palestine to the Zionist movement. And it has continued over 1 century with many difficult times and predicaments, with massive ethnic cleansing of the Palestinians in 48. So those repetitive atrocities don't only damage the individuals who are directly affected, and we are talking about masses of Palestinians who are directly affected, but it also damages the social fabric of the Palestinian population. the way the belief system, the way they view themselves, they view others, they relate to others, they connect between each other. So we see not only avoidance, hypervigilance, re-experiencing, and as traumatic consequences. We also experience internalized oppression sometimes, distrust, a very dark prospect to life and to worldview. This argument is very important. You can, I will leave the slides with you and you can look in details about this map that I created with my colleagues in Nawi. But I want to say that this understanding of trauma in Palestine triggers us to think of different interventions. Community interventions become very important. We cannot put every Palestinian on therapy chair, but we need to work with affected health professionals, with affected journalists, with grieving mothers. We need to create healing circles, listening groups, affected children, amputees. That's the approach that we adopt in Palestine. And I have to say that liberation psychology that was started in Latin America in conditions and context of oppression, it is relevant to the Palestinian experience. We don't experience the same kind of oppression, but it encourages us to challenge Western dominance in psychiatry and psychology and think of something that is culturally relevant and it can answer the dire needs in Palestine. And of course, the majority of Palestinians are Muslims, but we have Palestinian Christians, Palestinian atheists as well. But in general, the culture of Palestine is an Arab Islamic culture to a great extent. And in the Islamic literature, we find many pillars that are very important to sustain us in this difficult time. I will go over a few of them. I think Palestinians, how can Palestinians endure all this horror and suffering? It is because of our belief that fighting for justice and being patient on the consequences of and the retaliation because we fight for justice, this is not only a human right, it is a moral duty. It's duty in Islam. And there are many verses that emphasize that meaning. Islam emphasizes the meaning of human dignity, not only for Muslims, for everyone. Human dignity and freedom are highly esteemed. In the Quran, there is the verses, and we have certainly honored the children of Adam. Another verses, O you who have believed, be persistently standing firm in justice, witnesses for Allah, even if it be against yourself. The Prophet ﷺ says, the best jihad is confronting tyranny with truth. Another verse is from the Quran. So fear them not, but fear me, if you are indeed believers. So this verses makes the believers not fear the oppressor, because the direction is very clear that when you fear Allah and you rely on Allah, other people, other tyrants don't frighten you. We know that Islam was a big revolution against the racism and injustice that predominated pre-Islamic Arabia. It dismantled class and tribal distinction. And listen to these sentences from the farewell sermon in Mecca. All people, your Lord is one, and your Father is one. There is no superiority of an Arab over a non-Arab, nor of a non-Arab over an Arab, nor of a white over a black, nor of a black over a white, except by piety. So all these teachings create the foundation for the commitment for justice and the a liberation attitude, which is an important foundation for the psychological well-being of Palestinians. And there were important revolutionaries in Islamic history that relied on the Islamic ethics of liberation to be involved in the revolution. One of them is Malcolm X, who fought against racism and oppression of Black Americans. And another one is Abdurrahman al-Kawakibi of Assyrian origin in the 19th century. He's a big critique of tyranny and he called for political reform. Ali Shariati, the Iranian intellectual who was involved in the revival of Islam as a liberation force. And Farid Ishaq from South Africa combating apartheid through Islamic justice. When I see Palestinians coming out of the rubble after a very heavy airstrike and they learn about the death of their beloved ones, what do they say? They say, we belong to Allah and to Him we shall return. Those words, when they are expressed by a believer, they bring a lot of psychological comfort and soothing. Through this, the bereaved overcomes the suffering of loss and the pain of separation from the deceased. It establishes the hope that the beloved is in a better place and that they will reunite one day. Just as we emerge from the same origin, we will in the end meet at the same destination. In Palestine, we have our Arabic word of resilience. Sumud, we talk about the sumud of the Palestinian people, which is more sophisticated than resilience. Resilience is bouncing back, but sumud is not only a state of being, it's not only a psychological, it doesn't carry only a psychological meaning. It is psychological and it is also action-oriented, meaning that it has a political aspect also of the meaning of sumud. It's rooted in the Palestinian culture and it is transcending the religious boundaries. The Christian Palestinians, the atheist Palestinians talk about the Palestinian sumud. But in fact, this word comes from Islam, and I want to explain how is that. In Surah Al-Ikhlas, we read, He is Allah, the uniquely one, Allah as-Samad, the eternally besought of all. He neither begets nor is born, nor is there to him any equivalent. So we believe in Allah as the ultimate source of strength and stability. As-Samad, that's the meaning of As-Samad. He is the ultimate refuge. So when we talk about Palestinian sumud, this word, which is an Arabic word, it is influenced by that meaning. Sumud means also reliance on Allah as the only protector and the ultimate refuge. What does it mean, sumud? Pro-social it's pro-social behavior. It is community-centered. It means endurance, perseverance, and steadfastness. Defiance against oppression. Solidarity with the most marginalized and the oppressed in the society. It is to keep loving despite all the injustices and cruelty surrounding us. Another term, Islamic term that is politicized in Palestine is ribat, the connection to the mosques, to the prayers place. And also ribat is used in the jihad to stick to your land. In Palestine, we feel the threat to our mosque, Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Ibrahimi Mosque. And Palestinians go to the mosque not only to pray, but also to create Palestinian and Muslim presence in that place. Palestinian sumud and global tyranny. Sumud is a gift to the world, challenging global opposition. When Israel exports its spying technology to the world, Palestinians export their concept their value of sumud to the world. Palestinian example of collective resilience in the face of occupation. It influences on decolonial mental health and justice movement worldwide. And we feel that we as individuals, as believers, as mental health professionals, we are obliged to challenge tyranny. Uh, this verses is repeated twice in the Quran, though it's instructions to Prophet Moses, go to the Pharaohs, indeed he has transgressed. We are obliged, we have a moral obligation to challenge tyrants, no matter what the power difference is. Islam and liberation psychology provide tools for enduring crisis. Palestinian Sumud serves as a powerful example of resilience, global solidarity needed to support oppressed communities. And I want to leave you with this example of global solidarity among mental health professionals, psychologists, psychiatrists across the globe have gathered in different countries and created networks that try to educate about Palestine, to mobilize for the rights of Palestinians. There are twin organizations with the Palestine Global Mental Health Network. And as you can see, we don't have any network in the Far East. And I hope that in your country, in Indonesia, there will be the first Indonesian and maybe Muslim, uh, uh, maybe Indonesia-Palestine Mental Health Network. Thank you very much for listening.
Okay, thank you very much for Dr. Samas. So interesting presentation from you. Yeah, shukran. Next, I think so many of our audience in this Zoom meeting would like to join us for any question maybe or questionnaire. Right now, our session is Q&A. Is it some of the audience want to ask for Dr. Sama? You can raise your hand. For first session, we open only three, maybe three, and then later Dr. Sama will answer your question. Okay, I will choose first is Zahratul. Okay, please, Zahratul.
Okay, thank you very much for Mr. Tengku Ilham Yusri Akbar, and thank you very much for Dr. Sama Jaber to really giving me an insight from the topic that we're talking about. So thank you, Dr. Sama Jaber, for presenting such an insightful topic. Me, as a Muslimah and as a psychology student, I find the subject highly relevant and engaging. If you will kind of permit me, I have a question that I would like to ask. First of all, given the current situation, would you consider that the area that you are based in to be relatively safe? And additionally, do you believe the principle of Sumud and the liberation psychology that you apply in Palestine can be effectively implemented in other regions facing oppression and conflict? So that's my question. I will put it in the chat box too, so you can read it also. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Maybe Dr. Sama, we keep the question first. Okay, for question number one, I choose Nisa, who has raised hand for the first session. Please, Anissa. Sorry, maybe Anissa, you can up your voice, yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear my voice now?
Yeah, we hear your voice.
Okay. Thank you so much for the Ilham, and thank you for the sharing, uh, Madam Dr. Sama. I
Not madam,
I'm so
ustazah,
inspired.
ustazah.
Yeah, Ustazah, excuse me, I'm sorry, Ustazah, Dr. Ustazah Sama, um, for your presentation. So, let me introduce myself. My name is Anissa Putri. I'm from Department of Psychology student. So, I wanna ask you, with increasing economic disparities and the rise of global movements for justice, I want to know how can liberation psychology help empower individuals to confront and cope with everyday forms of oppression such as discrimination in the workplace or access to education. Thank you so much.
Okay,
I
thank you.
will
Okay,
try in Texas.
Okay, thank you, Anissa. So interest, Dr. Sama. So many people in this Zoom would like to asking you, but for this session, maybe we just take for two question. Later after Dr. Sama answer to question, we open for section 2. Okay, state is your Dr. Sama for answer the question.
Zahratul asked about safety. No, there is no safety in Islam. That's and we are born to this in this situation where there is no safety, there is permanent risk, and it is very arbitrary, so you cannot predict it. But because we are born in this reality, we know how to navigate our way around it. And finally, we rely on God. He is the ultimate protector. That's how we live here. The globalization of Sumud, of course, I think Sumud, which is a term that has been sustaining the Palestinians for so long, it's very uh, useful to other nations living in conditions of social injustices and political harm. And uh, don't be deceived. I think there are wars and conflicts in many parts of the world, and it is important to integrate spirituality, liberation psychology concepts in empowering these populations. Anissa's question, how can liberation psychology be helpful? But liberation psychology is about changing power structure. Liberation psychology doesn't expect the person to be passive and only at the receiving end, but it is about helping people to be empowered and to question power structure. Our role as mental health professionals is to advocate, is to provide, is to be witnesses, to validate the pain and suffering, to empower, um, to question the ideology that is bringing a lot of harm on people. Let me give you this very simple example to understand what's going on. If you are working with a child who is a victim of abuse, you don't only treat the child, but you have the ethical responsibility to inform about the harm, to inform about the abuse, and to try to stop the abuse. The same thing with liberation psychology. If you are dealing with a nation that is being psychologically traumatized by political power, we support the individual to manage their symptoms, but we also have the responsibility to cry, to shout against the horrors, the structural dominance that is bringing all this harm on people. And Western psychology teaches us to be politically neutral and not talk, not bring up politics. But in that sense, Western psychology is another tool of control and hegemony, and we need to question it. And we have different ethics And we need to bring our ethics into our practice and emphasize a need to challenge power structure. I also want to say that, thank you. I also want to say that I left a very short clip of the meaning of Sumud with our colleague. I don't know if you can play it in the remaining time.
Okay, thank you. Okay, right now, maybe before uh, our just now, my partner was remind me there is the video we can watch, but please we keep this video first. Maybe there is the last question from Anissa. Is it Dr. Sama have answered the question for Anissa? Have you, Dr. Sama, for Anissa question?
I said a few things about liberation psychology, and I think it's about witnessing, accompaniment, advocacy of the rights of the people who live in systemic power structure that is destroying their mental health.
Okay, thank you.
And encouraging people to be agents for change.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Sama. Before we go into session 2 for question from Safrian Shah, yeah, maybe we will show you the audience in the Zoom meeting the video of how struggle the Palestinian people, how they can do the best, yeah, for the occupation of Israel. Okay, we will watch this video first before we going to section 2 for the Q&A.
Palestinian Sumud, July 2015. Sumud is not an inborn trait or the consequence of a single life event, but a system of skills and habits that are learned and can be developed. It forms the basis of a lifestyle of endurance, holding onto the land like a deeply rooted olive tree. Preserving one's identity, pursuing autonomy and agency, preserving the Palestinian narrative and its culture in the face of elimination. It is about the self-sufficiency of farmers who subsist on their own limited production while refraining from consuming Israeli products. It is reflected in the labor of construction workers who reject the temptation to build Israeli settlements and accept the reduced income available from providing construction for Palestinians. It is seen in the generative capacity of parents whose commitment starts with the birth of a child but continues by caring for and educating the child to be a decent Palestinian in the face of the threatened annihilation of the Palestinian nation. When the occupation uproots our olive trees, we plant many others. When they demolish our homes, we reconstruct new ones. When they obscure our history, we engage in witnessing, remembering, and narrating. When they fragment us with stratifying colors of identity papers, car plates and conflicting political parties, we act to build ties of solidarity through collective action that maintains the coherence of the community.
Okay, thank you very much for watching the video. Okay, Dr. Sama. Maybe this is the last session for us for Q&A, I think. So many people in this room said to me, please, Dr. Ilham, you should choose so interesting discuss, but we have limited time for discussion. Today, this is the last session. Maybe the Safrian Shah, you can, who has raised hand, you can ask the question for Dr. Samah Chapir. Please, Dr. Safrian Shah.
Okay. Can I ask with Arabic? I think I better to talk with Arabic. كيف يمكن أكلمه بالعربية؟ أيوة.
أكيد.
طيب هذا يسرنا بعد نسمع مما ترك إلينا. السؤال الآن أنا أريد كيف ندرس هؤلاء يفهمون الصمود حتى ينالوا resilient. I mean, okay. نعرف أن بلادكم ليس به ليس غير الأمان وليس له طعام وكان بلادنا في هؤلاء يلعبون ويأكلون فيه يجد ما يريد كيف نغرس هؤلاء ليفهم أن الله هو الحق وهو الصمد وهو القادر وهو حافظ. هذا ما يمكن أن تلقي إلينا ما وقع في بلادكم أي يمكن أن نعمل في بلادنا وكان حالنا غير متساويان. هناك فرق معين. هذا السؤال واحد. الثاني هذا ماذا نقول كيف نؤمن نحن ننظر ما وقع في فلسطين. هذا شيء غير عادة عجيب عندنا. هذا كيف هؤلاء يقوى ويستعيد بحول. هذا شيء عجيب. ربما هناك وقع غير العادة. sesuatu yang miracle غير العادة. أو يمكن هذا وقع في بلادكم ولا يقع في بلاد غير فلسطين. طيب هذا سؤال.
Okay, let me, for the benefit of everybody, I will try to combine the two questions together and answer you in English so that they will understand me. But I'm impressed by your Arabic. Congratulations. First, let me say that in hard times, in traumatic situation, people try to make sense of their experience. They search for meaning. And I have to say that in the Malikussaleh Yusra, when the hardships comes ease, and because people are in a traumatic situation, they look into their resources, they revise their literature, they try to borrow from Islamic literature, from Palestinian history, the things that help them make sense of their reality and stand up to the challenges of everyday life. And this is how people become more connected with the Quran, with Islamic literature, with the positive lessons from Palestinian history. And I have to remind you that my grandparents are victims of ethnic cleansing. Now, when we look at the situation in Gaza, we can imagine how would these children survive genocide. But we are the grandchildren. I am a grandchild of people who survived the ethnic cleansing of 1948. So the human will for survival is very strong, and we should not underestimate that. This doesn't mean that we stop challenging oppression. It is, there is a good definition of trauma a good definition of trauma is that trauma is the disaster of helplessness. Trauma, especially political trauma, it is made deliberately to make you feel helpless. Helpless, like you cannot do anything. It is so overwhelming. So the little things that we try to do in order to challenge trauma, it maintains our feeling of humanity, of dignity, of agency, and it helps us psychologically. That's why we are obliged to do it. And God forbids that something like this will happen to your people. But I think if it happens, you will go and search into your literature, you will go to the roots. You will go to the roots and borrow strength from the roots. The plant, if you have a tree, if you have a plant, and you cut it into half, it will strengthen its roots. You prune the plant, but there will be renovation and new branches will grow from the plant. And I believe this is true for humanity. And this is happening in Palestine. And we need global solidarity. We need your support. We need to intellectually challenge a Western hegemony that is allowing all of this to happen to us. And I want to leave you with the last thing because Dr. Ilham has been very permissive with me, but I will leave you with the last thing. This horror could not have happened to Palestinians if the world was not full of Islamophobia. So we need to challenge Islamophobia at every level. This is our global responsibility. All this is happening to Palestinians because there is global Islamophobia. And you are a big country and you have many important intellectuals. And we are a very tiny, small population, and we are busy with our local battle of occupation and colonization. But I think you should protect our back by fighting Islamophobia. Okay, I have taken so much of your time. Thank you very much for allowing me. One last thing. Please, if you want to learn more about Palestine and mental health in Palestine, follow me on social media, on Instagram. You will find plenty of things that will open new channels in your thinking, in mental health, in psychiatry, and in Palestine. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Maybe he sent the Instagram and the email. We can send you any question after the same thing.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Rizal, for your question. Later, maybe for our panitia, we'll share you the email and the Instagram from Dr. Sama Jabir. Wow, well, so interesting, I think, this session there, but we have so limited time, yeah. But I would like to take what Dr. Sama said before. The conclusion is, I think, the secret of Palestinian people, how to struggle for the pressure of the occupation of the Israel is Islam. Islam teach us how to believe to Allah. No fear to people, but only fear to Allah. Wow. That's so interesting what Dr. Sama said before. Alhamdulillah, so interesting presentation and so many presentation. I hope the audience satisfied with the answer given. We extend our gratitude to Dr. Sama Jabir for being the speaker today at our seminar international event. We also thank to the audience for their participation. Okay, maybe before I'm close our session, maybe we take a picture first. Dr. Sama, are you still there? Dr. Sama. Are you still there?
Yes, yes, I hear you.
Maybe you can on cam your camera first. We will take the picture. Maybe some of our panitia can take the picture. So many people in here. So interest and send me want to take picture with you also. But maybe Zoom. Okay, I give sign, yeah. Okay, up, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. Slide 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, keep your smile, yeah. Open the cam. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, slide 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, the last, yeah. Okay, keep smile. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you very much. I am Dr. Ilham as the moderator would like to take my leave. I am apologize for any shortcoming. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
All right, thank you very much to our moderator, Dr. Tuko Ilham Surya Akbar, for guiding the session so smoothly, and of course to our speaker, Dr. Sama Jabar, for the insightful presentation. Now let's take a moment to send our prayers to our brothers and sisters who are still hiding until today in Palestine. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect them and bless them. Amin ya rabbal. So everyone, let's give applause for the amazing session. All right, everyone, we will now continue to our next and final keynote session for today with another amazing moderator and speaker. First, I would like to take a moment to introduce our moderator for this session by reading moderator's curriculum by team. Her name is Febriana Rahma, Master of Psychology, psychologist. He graduated from Bachelor Degree of Psychology from Buin Sharif Hidayatullah, Jakarta, and also Register of Profession of Child Psychology from Sumatera Utara University. She currently working as lecturer of Psychology Department from Malikussaleh University. Now, I would love to invite Ms. Febriana Rahma to take over our session. The time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Aurelia, for giving me the time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, everyone. I'd like to start by expressing my gratitude to Allah for blessing us with opportunity to be with you today for this conference. Honorable Rector of Universitas Malikussaleh, Professor Dr. Engineer Herman Fitra, Bachelor of Engineering, Master of Engineering, Professional Engineering, ASEAN Chartered Professional Engineer. Honorable Dean of Medicine Faculty, Dr. Muhammad Sayyidi, Specialist in Surgery, Subspecialist in Digestive Surgery, Consultant, Honorable Head of Psychology Department, Mr. Rizal Muslim, Bachelor of Nursery, Master of Health. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues and honored guests, welcome to the 9th session of MICOPSY. Okay, now my name is Febriani Rahma and I'll be your moderator for this session. Our agenda is packed with excited keynote speeches, and I encourage you all to participate by asking questions, sharing your insights, and networking with others. Now, without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce our last keynote speaker, Dr. Hafnidar, Bachelor of Psychology, Master of Science in Psychology. She will present about forgiveness across contexts, insights from research on the Aceh context, family dynamics, and the COVID-19 pandemics. Before the presentation, allow me to read Dr. Hafnidar CV. Dr. Hafnidar born at Biren, 6 April 1979.
on the implementation of character education in Kota Al-Fatih Depok, Indonesia. Well, now let's proceed to the presentation. Dr. Hafidar, you have 30 minutes to present your topic. The time is yours.
Thank you so much, Bu Febri Yana. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ya, first of all, Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Allahumma sholli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. Honorable Rector of University Malikussaleh University, Professor Dr. Engineering Herman Fitra, Bachelor of Engineering, Master of Engineering, Professional Engineering ASEAN, Chartered Professional Engineering. Honorable Dean of Medicine Faculty, Dr. Muhammad Sayuti, Specialist in Surgery, Subspecialist in the Digestive Surgery Consultant. Honorable also for Head of Psychology Department, Mr. Riza Musni, Bachelor of Nursery, Master of Health. Good afternoon, everyone. Wait, I apologize. I'm sorry. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Hafida. In this moment, besides I'm chair of this conference. However, I also have opportunity to serve a keynote speaker here. I'm fulfilling my dean request to present the findings of my research. I'm pleased to fulfill this request. So I'm happy to be here right now. Okay, I share my slide first. Is it okay, Miss Febri?
Maximum. Yeah, it's over now.
Okay.
Doctor, you can maximum your slide, please. Full screen.
No, full screen. This one?
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Oh. I cannot make full screen.
What do you think, Miss? Doctor?
It's not? It's okay? No.
No. Yeah.
Okay. Give me a minute to settle this one. Okay, thank you. Okay. My title is this afternoon. Title is the role of forgiveness in diverse contexts. My research on forgiveness began with the findings from my undergraduate thesis at Diponegoro University. I then continued studying during my master's program at IC University, Taiwan from 2010 to 2022. And it has continued to this day with funding from the Ministry of Research, Technology and Higher Education Indonesia since 2015. While the findings of this research may not fully align with the context of Gaza, whose present by
Dr. Jabir, there are aspects that are, but I believe, sorry, but I believe there are also have Dr. yeah, full screen your slide, please. It's not going oh, sorry. Click at the corner of the icon under the slide. Below. Can I send to you? Okay. I cannot make full screen. Maybe. Okay, Dr. Habiber, you can send to the group. Oh. And the computer will share your slide. Do you receive it? I send it. Oh, yeah. The computer has received it and they will okay, thank you. Share the slide. Thank you, Miss Franklin. How to complete? Yeah. Okay. All right. Doctor, you can begin your presentation. Okay, thank you. While the findings of this research might not fully align with the context of Gaza, there are aspects that are relevant as the concept of forgiveness is rooted in the Quran. In the future, I hope to have the opportunity to study the concept of forgiveness within the context of Gaza. Okay. First, we talk about the concept of forgiveness. Forgiveness is a conscious, deliberate decision to let go of feelings of resentment or anger toward someone who has wronged you. Psychologically, it involves an internal process that can lead to emotional relief and cognitive shift in perception. So, forgiveness also is a healing mechanism. Emotional healing, forgiveness facilitates emotional healing by allowing individuals to process their grief and trauma. And engaging in forgiveness can enhance mental health by reduce psychological distress and promoting positive emotion. So, and in conflict resolution, forgiveness can serve as a powerful tool for resolution. It allows individuals to move beyond rage, fostering reconciliation and restoring relationship. Next. Okay. Related my study in Aceh conflicts case study. The Aceh conflict was a complex and struggle driven by deep historical, political, and economic. Also, the region is shared for autonomy, coupled with the Indonesian government resource exposition and military responses. Uh, the Aceh conflict, lasting over 3 decades, result in significant loss and trauma following the peace agreement following the peace agreement after the tsunami disaster. Forgiveness remains a crucial element in the reconciliation process and rebuilding of communities in Aceh. And then next, yeah, the role of forgiveness in reconciliation. First, we talk about the collective forgiveness. Research indicates that collective forgiveness is vital in post-conflict societies. Yeah. We find how community-led reconciliation initiative allowed by public expression of forgiveness. Such initiative foster an environment where collective memory could be addressed, enabling communities to move forward together. And for forgiveness, personal forgiveness also plays a critical role, that individuals who engage in personal forgiveness were more likely to participate in community rebuilding. This personal journey often involve reconciliation feeling of anger and uh, leading to a new commitment to communal harmony. And then the mechanism of forgiveness. Next slide. We also finding cultural and religious context. Related cultural and religious context influence significantly shape forgiveness practice in Aceh. We're also finding how Islamic teachings promote forgiveness, suggesting that these values facilitated interpersonal reconciliation. Community leader often invoke religious principles to encourage forgiveness, reinforcing social bonds and collective identity. And then dialogue and communication. Effective and meaningful dialogue plays a crucial role in fostering forgiveness, with significant support provided by NGOs after tsunami disaster in Aceh. Okay, next slide. We also found that impacts of forgiveness on community rebuilding, talking about social cohesion, psychological healing. About social cohesion, forgiveness has been linked to increase social cohesion in Aceh, which communities that practice forgiveness were more successful in restoring trust among members. This trust is fundamental for collaborative project aim and rebuild infrastructure and social services. Related psychological healing also are significant, that individuals who practice forgiveness support lower levels of PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and depression. This psychological healing contributes to a more stable and cooperative community environment, facilitating collective recovery efforts. And next slide, we found about the challenges to forgiveness. Next. Despite the positive impacts, challenges remains related forgiveness in Aceh conflict. How how traumatic lingering resentments and socio-economic disparity can hinder the forgiveness process. Addressing these challenges is crucial for sustainable reconciliation, and community rebuilding. So forgiveness has played a pivotal role in post-conflict recovery of Aceh, fostering reconciliation and community rebuilding. Okay, now we move to the forgiveness during pandemic COVID-19 topics. Next, uh, hmm, family. Oh, we talk about the family dynamics and forgiveness first. Yeah. Okay. Study about the forgiveness on the family dynamics for on family dynamics are often uh, characterized characterized by deep emotional ties, making forgiveness a crucial component in resolve despite, especially between parents and children or spouses also. The role of forgiveness allow family members to move past grief and rebuild trust. For example, of conflict resolution in cases of mind understanding, such as a parent feeling disappointed in a child choice, forgiveness can help repair the relationship. Acknowledging hard feelings and expressing a willingness to forgive can lead to constructive conversations that strengthen family bonds. And the impact on mental health, research findings that individuals who practice forgiveness reported lower levels of anxiety and depression. In family setting, forgiving relatives can significantly reduce stress and emotional burden. Improve emotional well-being. Forgiveness not only alleviates negative emotions but also enhance overall emotional well-being. For instance, family members who forgive tend to experience greater satisfaction in relationship, leading to healthy family dynamics. And this our study on families family dynamics also uh, provided practical tools for families and counselor or therapists. Okay, next we talk about next study about the role of forgiveness in suicide recovery. Next slide. Next slide also. Next. Okay. Related suicide recovery. Uh, Next. We found that individuals recovering from a suicide attempt often grip with feeling of guilt and shame. Next slide. The forgiveness allowed them to release this burden, acknowledging their pain without being definited by it. This process can be transformative, helping individuals to accept their past and move forward. Forgiveness of others, uh, forgiving those perceived as having contributed to their distress, can also be essential. This forgiveness helps an individual to letting go on resentment and anger, fostering emotional healing and improving mental health. Alright, yeah. Last, yeah, last the conclusion is forgiveness is a vital component of recovery after suicide attempts, recovery for families conflict, also community conflicts like such as Aceh conflict, addressing the forgiveness by integrated forgiveness into recovery practice individual and community. Also, we can pave the way to uh, rise mental health and psychological well-being. Thank you so much for time, and we move to moderator. Thank you. Thank you, Doctor, for the insightful presentation. Well, now we appreciate the time and effort you put into sharing your expertise with us today. Now we will transition into our Q&A session. We have 15 minutes for the session. For audience, if you have any questions, please type them out into the chat box or raise your hand, and I'll call on you to unmute. Okay, let's start. You would like to ask the first question? Okay. Fedora, you can open your audio and share your question.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Febriana, for the opportunity. And thank you, Dr. Hamidar, for the presentation. It's such a wonderful presentation for us. Okay, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Fedora Tumurang, and I'm from Department of Psychology. And my question is, what role do family dynamics play in shaping one's ability to forgive after experiencing traumatic event, particularly in the context of conflict and global issues? Thank you.
Okay. The role of family. Yeah. Family plays a crucial role in process of forgiveness in several ways, such as emotional support. Family members provide emotional support. They can help individuals process their feelings, offer empathy, and encourage open communication about grievance. And family members also modeling behavior can provide modeling behavior. I mean, creating safe space for family members and conflict resolution, also healing relationships, cultural and religious influence. In many cultural and religions, family views as a fundamental unit for teaching values, including forgiveness. Family tradition and belief can influence how forgiveness is perceived and practiced, encouraging individuals embrace this concept. I think that's all. Is it work for you?
I guess it will work for me. Thank you, Prof. Mida.
Thank you for asking.
Okay, thank you, Fedora, for your question. And next, we move to Kila. Kila Safwa, please open your mic.
Alright, thank you for the time and honor, Dr. Hafnidar and Mrs. Febri. Your explanation before were so informative and insightful for me. So my question is, how do you, Dr. Hafnidar, believe the concept of forgiveness contributes to building resilience both on an individual and community level after crises like the Aceh conflict or the COVID-19 pandemic? That's all. Thank you. And maybe I'll write it down on the chat box.
Yeah. Forgiveness play an essential role in helping individuals and communities cope with the emotional and psychological challenge brought by the COVID-19 pandemics, like managing emotional stress. The pandemic caused significant stress, as we know, right? fear, frustration. So by practicing forgiveness toward oneself, forgiveness of selves, others, and the situation, individuals can let go of the negative emotion such as anger or blame, reducing mental burden and promoting emotional healing. Nice. Yeah, that's all. How about Kira?
Okay, I got it, doctor. Thank you very much.
Any question for other participant? You can raise your hand or text chat the text in chat box. Anyone? Can I add my answer? Yeah, thank you. In summary, forgiveness during COVID-19 pandemic promotes emotional well-being, means relationship and strengthens personal and community resilience, allowing individuals to heal and move forward despite these challenges. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Anyone? Oh, Miss B. Iramadani. She, okay, you can open your mic, please. Assalamualaikum, Ibu Dr. Hamid Hafidar. I will asking you about what the uniqueness of this topic when you did it in Aceh. Maybe there is something unique in Aceh that we found about forgiveness because you know, there is much disaster that happened in Aceh. It's not just about disaster like a tsunami, but social disaster like conflict that you have been explanation before. I think it's interesting because we all are maybe found and the one of survivor in this topic. Thank you. Okay. Uh, the unique the unique of forgiveness in relation to the Aceh culture, you mean, right? Or Aceh conflicts? Yes, the uniqueness of the community in Aceh. Community in Aceh, okay. As we know, Aceh is religious, religious ethnics or Islamic. We have a lot. We have uh, Islamic religion in Aceh, right? So Islamic teachings on forgiveness is very high influence to others, to the Chinese community. As a deeply religious region where the majority of people practice Islam, forgiveness hold significant value in Chinese society. But it is like easy to us to talk about the forgiveness. Also, integration of forgiveness in local custom and values like adat encourage conflict. This is uh, the traditional Aceh customs, or we call adat, that is encourage conflict resolution through dialogue, forgiveness, and restoration and relationship. Yeah, we have that culture. And related trauma healing and emotional recovery, the Aceh, the the Aceh, the Aceh unique, and I think the healing process was supported by religious practice such as prayer and reflection, which promotes inner peace. Yeah. Uh, Also, related collective healing religious gatherings, gatherings, public apologize, and communal event play a role in fostering collective forgiveness, facilitating emotional healing and the society level. But also have challenges, uh, especially when we talk about the economic, about the trauma. It is the challenges to promote the forgiveness. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Miss Dwi Iramadani. Thank you, Miss. Thank you for asking, Miss Ira. Thank you, Dr. Hafnidar. I think it's a wonderful thing that we have to do in the future. Maybe we can do something unique with that local wisdom that people in Aceh community have for doing forgiveness. Thank you very much. Okay, welcome, Miss Dwi Ramadhani. So, anyone want to ask anymore? Alright. Then I will close, this session. But before that, I will conclude the presentation. Like, as we know that forgiveness is to let go the negative thoughts, the negative feelings, trauma that hurt us, and it can the forgiveness has impact. It can lower of PTSD, depression, anxiety, and build trust in family. So the main factors that uh, affect forgiveness. It can come from cultural and religious context, support of family and community. Uh, Thank you very much, Doctor, for joining us and sharing your knowledge at this conference. Hopefully, we can further develop this research with various variable and conditions, in our university. And to all participants, thank you for being such wonderful attendees during this session. Right now, back to MC. Thank you. All right, thank you very much for our moderator, Miss Febriani, for guiding the session so smoothly, and of course to our speaker, Dr. Hakmida, for the insightful presentation. Their knowledge and expertise have truly enriched our event today. So everyone, let's give a round of applause for the amazing session. All right. Thank you, everyone. And I would like to remind you to fill in the attendance form that we have shared on the chat box, as there will be an automatically certificate that will be made based on your attendance for today. All right. All right, everyone. After this, we will announce the winners that we all have been waiting for. We have several categories today, and each category highlights individuals who have made outstanding contributions during this conference. Now, while we wait, please don't forget to fill in the attendance form. further ado, let's begin for the first category, the winners for the best presenter category. Alright everyone, the winners for Best Presenter category, first place goes to, congratulations, Miss Ella Susanna. Let's please give the round of applause. And then, the second place goes to Siti Nur Halis. Congratulations. Congratulations to Miss Siti Nur Halis. And then the next one goes to Anifa Kartika. Congratulations to Miss Anifa Kartika. Now let's give them a round of applause. Congratulations, everyone. Alright, for the winners of Best Slide Presentation goes to Miss Nurul Iza Binti Shari. Congratulations. The next one is Miss Yara Andita Anastasia. Congratulations. And then the next one goes to Miss Nova Eliza. Congratulations to all the winners. All right, moving on. The winners of Best Panel Room Section goes to congratulations to Joseph Budiman, Miss Leni Mazura, and Miss Karima. Let's give them a round of applause. Congratulations, everyone. Moving on, the winners of Best Keynote Speaker session goes to congratulations to Miss Adina Hafidah Amalia, Miss Dwi Ramadhani, and Miss Zahra Tohuba. Let's give them a round of applause, everyone. Congratulations. All right, moving on to Best Topic category. The winners are congratulations to Mr. Safil Shah, Mr. Muhammad Ali Maulia, and Miss Rahmia Dewi. Congratulations, everyone. All right, moving on. The winners of Best Discussion category goes to congratulations, Miss Mimi Fitriana, Miss Efri, and Miss Zuratomona. Let's give them a round of applause. Congratulations, everyone. All right, moving on, everyone. The winners of Best Moderator category goes to congratulations, Miss Nur Sanjunita, Dr. Ilham, and Miss Maya Lestari. Let's give them a round of applause. Congratulations. All right, moving on to our last category, Best Panel Room Moderator goes to congratulations to Miss Judita Zahara, Miss Febiani Rahma, and Miss Nur Afni Safarina. Let's give them a round of applause. Congratulations, everyone. Yay. To all our winners, congratulations. Your hard work, creativity, and patience have truly stood out. Let's give them another round of applause to all of our deserving winners. And to all participants, your contributions have been incredibly valuable. Even if your name was not called, know that your efforts have enriched this conference. We hope to see you continue to shine in your future endeavors. Once again, congratulations to our winners and thank you all for your participation. Now, as we reach the conclusion of day 2 of the first Malikussaleh International Conference on Psychology and Multidisciplinary Behavioral Studies, I would like to take this opportunity to express my deepest gratitude to everyone, to our distinguished keynote speakers, moderators, and all the participants. Your contributions have truly made this conference a success. Your insights and engagement over the past 2 days have created an atmosphere of learning and collaboration that we all are grateful for. Throughout this event, we've explored many dimensions of resilience, whether in education, mental health, or community recovery. And each session has left us with valuable lessons on how we can foster strength and adaptability in times of crisis. These discussions remind us that resilience Resilience is not just a concept, but a crucial skill, one that helps individuals, communities emerge stronger from adversity. I also want to extend a heartfelt thank you to the organizing committee for their tireless efforts behind the scenes. This conference wouldn't have been possible without their hard work, dedication, and attention to detail. As we part ways today, I hope you carry with you not only the knowledge and ideas shared, but also the inspiration to apply them in your own work and communities. Resilience is something we build over time, and with the support of those around us, we can achieve remarkable things. On behalf of dedication and commitment, we look forward to seeing you we hope this conversations continue to offer this conference. It has been a great honor for me to accompany you as the master of ceremony for this amazing event. I would humbly apologize for any shortcomings and inconveniences that may occur during our event. My name is Aulia Natasha. I'll excuse myself until we meet again. Stay resilient, stay inspired, and keep moving forward. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.